good morning. Today we're going to be making some toffee candy. We're going to start by spraying our pan with a cooking spray, whichever kind you use. And then we're going to take about 1/4 cup of pecans, all chopped up, and we're going to sprinkle them in the bottom of the pan. So when our candy's ready, we will drizzle the candy over the pecans. Okay, so this is ready, so we'll get our pot ready. Okay, in our pot, we're gonna put 2 cups of sugar, 3 sticks of butter, 6 tablespoons of water, and 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup. So let's get it ready. We'll put the sugar, 2 cups of sugar. One, 2, 3 sticks of butter, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of corn syrup, 1, 2. And we'll get 6 tablespoons of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 tablespoons of water. Now we're going to bring it to the stove to cook it. Okay, we have our candy on the stove. Now we're going to mix it up really good. Get the sugar all wet in the water. Then we're going to turn on the fire and we're going to melt our butter. Okay, now we'll melt our butter. I have it on a high heat. Get it started. You need a cooking thermometer. This is the kind I use. It's a candy thermometer. And we'll put it on in a little while. We want to cook it till it gets to 290 degrees. I usually make this candy around the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, but it's good any time of the year. If you've ever had a Heath candy bar, it's kind of like a Heath candy bar, but it's homemade, just without the chocolate. I mean, you can put chocolate on it if you'd like. After you pour it, it'll be hot. If you put the chocolate chips on the top, it'll melt it. I just don't put the chocolate on top. It's good without it. Okay, it looks like all the sugar's melted. So we're going to continue to cook this until it gets to 290 degrees. Okay, now that it started boiling, we're going to put our thermometer in. You don't want to put the thermometer all the way to the bottom of the pot, but you want to make sure that the bottom of the thermometer is in the candy. You put it on the bottom of the pot and you'll get a false reading. We just need the temperature of the candy, not the pot. Okay, we want to make sure that we stir it good. We don't want to scorch the candy. Okay, it looks like we're up to about 250 degrees. Okay, it's starting to turn a little brown. You can look at the candy and it's a little darker than it was when we started out. Coming right along, looking good. Okay, it's beginning to look like toffee. Okay, we're there, 290 degrees. Now we're gonna take it over to the counter and we're gonna pour it over our pecans in our pan. Turn the fire off. Okay, now we have our candy all cooked and we're gonna take it. See how pretty it looks? And we're gonna drizzle it over the top of our pecans slowly out the pot.
No! You can't. You can't do doing. No. Nana? Nana?
Okay.
Nana?
If you want a thinner candy, you'd put it in a bigger pan.
Yeah.
But when it cools off, we'll show you how thick it came out. It looks pretty good to me. Y'all try this recipe, it is so good. Okay, this is the English toffee candy. I just turned the pan over and dumped it on a piece of wax paper. Pick it in pieces, you just pick it up and you take a hard spoon and it just cracks and you make it as small as you'd like or as big as you'd like.
Like that.
This is Toffee. Candy. Candy.
Toffee?
Candy.
Toffee?
Candy toffee. I always store my toffee in a Ziploc bag because if you leave it out and it's humid, it'll get really sticky. So it's best to store it in a Ziploc bag until you're ready to eat it.